In an era that's defined by rapidly changing technological advancements that we've been witnessing, also global uncertainties, as well as the evolving market landscapes, it is getting more and more imperative for businesses to cultivate resilience. And that's getting more crucial than ever before. And which is why our first panel this evening is to understand the importance of skilling for building businesses which are resilient for the future. I'll begin by you, Rajni, and I want to understand from you, how can organizations today really ensure that their workforce is competitive enough, is resilient enough in the rapidly evolving technological advancements that we are faced with?
I think with the question you have given the answer itself. If the business force and the workforce in the business has to be very competitive, only then the business can be resilient one. And it is otherwise also, if the business is resilient, the competitive environment in the workforce will be there. Because unless until the workforce is motivated and competitive enough, the business cannot take off. And similarly, if the business is running a little smoothly, it will give a confidence and keeps up the motivation. Like for that, people generally believe that the growth of the organization is vertical. But somehow I beg to differ. I also believe the growth of the organization can be horizontal. Like interchangeability within the discipline, within the organization can also help in creating the competition amongst the different domains in a business. We experimented this in our company in IRCTC and we were quite successful. Where interchangeability in one domain from catering to tourism, tourism to catering, we experimented it many times. In fact, to utter surprise, I think I should inform to this house that the Great Maharaja Express, which is operating, it is being operated by the IHM qualified by guys who are actually catering the expert but working in the tourism domain. So this kind of a competitiveness has to be created. This will really help. And the training has to be given a very right time. अगर आपने बाद में training दी, it is not making any sense. It has to be given a very dot at the time. Like in COVID, when we were running for the digital kind of a transformations, had we not given that training for the POS machines or the how to handle the people during the COVID through Bureau Veritas, the things would have been very difficult. But it really helped. It not only created the competitiveness amongst our employees, but at the same time, we could win the confidence of the customer also because we were in the mass tourism. And there the training given by Bureau Veritas, ITDC, our own organization, it really helped in creating the competitiveness. So I think you are answering my question as well. So thank you very much for that.
Dr. Sridhar, I will come to you with the preparedness part, like, how are you partnering with the corporates of the industry to really ensure that the skills that you're teaching your students are those skills that are required by employers at large?
Yeah, I think it's a good question. And to just add up to that, basically I would say, because we are in the teaching fraternity, we need to make our teachers first understand these knowledge and also imbibe those skills. So we have a program, something called Train the Trainer programs, wherein the industry resource persons actually train our faculty first, either in our campus, on our campus, or in the place where actually this particular skill, the arena is available there. Then these teachers come and then teach our students, and all the skill training actually will have everyday feedback, everyday testing. And that is how basically we can understand that, okay, these people have come up to this level, etc. and so on. The third very challenging point is, see, the world is moving so fast, technological advancements are very fast. Today if I am teaching one particular technology, immediately next month actually the industries will be coming and telling, no, can you teach this particular technology, we want so and so faculty, so and so number of students in this particular area. So I need to make my teachers flexible also to accept that and then learn new things and then go ahead. And we are greatly successful in doing this type with the Train the Trainer program.
Dr. Chava, let me understand from you, how do you see investing in employee skill programs, development, increase the global competitiveness of companies and industries at large?
Currently, the geopolitical challenges and the opportunities for the Indian manufacturing industry, especially pharmaceutical industry, are enormous. But the biggest challenge is how to get the skilled talent pool. That was the biggest challenge. If pharmaceutical industry is not growing, it's not lack of money or lack of business. I am sure it is going to be lack of talent. For us, we spend a lot of money on skilling our people, but it is very difficult to make a scientist who doesn't have a great education up to graduation, and you want to bridge that skill in 3 months and employ him. It's not easy. You can't make a scientist in 3 months. You can't make an artist in 6 months. So it has to be taught from the basics education. So the biggest challenge we face is these days many people are more focused to go into services, especially IT services. Nobody is taking up basic sciences as their career path when they pass +2. For them, nobody would like to go to BSc or other things. We have more engineers than basic science graduates in the country. That's a challenge. So that challenge will blow up in the next 10 years. So unless we act right now, we are not going to solve the problem of a decade from now. I think my request to all policymakers and educational institutions is we have to give more importance to basic sciences, because the basic sciences are very essential to build a resilient Indian manufacturing ecosystem. So I think we have to start empowering our schools, building more infrastructure in our schools from small cities onwards. We only look at metros and having centers of excellence. The centers of excellence cannot make 70 million talent who can be employable. You can only, IITs and IISc can employ 10,000 students. But we need 7 crore graduates. We need 7 crore people who are entering into the workforce every year. We need to have this as a mission. Then only we will make India great in the next decade or so.